particles in a material medium, such as air, water, or solids. So, unlike light, sound cannot travel through empty space. It cannot travel through a vacuum because there are no particles to pass the vibrations along. Ano po? So, how sound is produced? So, yung sound po begins when an object vibrates. So, kapag may vibration, there is sound. Ano po? So, kung mapapansin niyo, sa gitara, 'di ba, yung string ng gitara, it vibrates. So, that vibration of the string produce sound. Ang speaker nagva-vibrate. That's why it produce sound. Our vocal cords, whenever we speak, it vibrates. That's why we have this sound. So, this vibration push nearby particles, causing them para mag-vibrate. Ano po? And those particles then push the next particles and so on, allowing the sound energy to travel. So, yun yung nangyayari or yun yung, yes, nagiging dahilan why there is a sound. Ano? So, yung vibration, it produce a nearby particle and then it push the next particle and then the next particle and then so on until the sound energy travel. So kumbaga, it's like a line of dominoes. One pushes the next until the motion reaches the end. So that's how sound, that is how sound produce. Ano po? So sinasabi dito, mechanical nature. So sound is a mechanical wave, meaning it needs matter for it to travel. Ano? So the medium can be solid, it can be liquid, it can be a gas. So that's what uh yan yung ibig sabihin nung mechanical nature. Ano po? So since nga siya ay mechanical wave, kailangan niya ng medium for it to travel. Ano po? Pwedeng solid, pwedeng liquid, pwedeng gas. Okay? It is a longitudinal wave. Sound is a longitudinal wave, unlike EM wave na transverse wave. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, dito sa sound, the particle moves back and forth, which is in parallel to the direction of the sound travels. Ano? So, the particles do not travel with the sound. They simply vibrate around their original position. Okay? So, since siya ay longitudinal wave, so merong compression and rarefaction, where again sa compression, particles are close together, pressure is high, rarefaction, the particles are spread apart, and the pressure is low. Ano? So, a sound wave is made of alternating compression and rarefaction. So, take note of that. Okay? So, yung sound wave is made of alternating compressions and rarefactions. Okay? Medium dependence. So yun na nga, kasi nga siya ay mechanical in nature, so it needs to have a medium for it to travel. Ano? So the speed of sound depends on the material through which it travels. Then generally, the sound wave is fastest in solid, slower in liquids, and slowest in gases. Ano po? So mas mabilis siya in liquid, mabagal siya mabilis siya in solids, mabagal siya in liquid, pero mas mabagal or mabagal kapag nasa gas. This is because particles in solids are packed closely together, allowing the vibration to pass more quickly. So that is why mas mabilis yung sound wave natin kapag solid. Ano po? And approximately Ah, the speed of sound sa air is 343 meter per second. Sa water, 1,480 meter per second. And sa steel, 5,000 meter per second. Ano? So these are the approximate speed in different medium, air, water, and steel. Ano po? So yung sound, it cannot travel in a vacuum since sound nga po needs particles to transfer vibration. Hindi nga po siya makapag-travel through space. Ano po? So yung mga astronauts in space, they cannot hear each other directly because there is no air. There's no medium. Ano? So ang ginagamit nila, gumagamit sila ng mga radios which transmit electromagnetic waves. So there are different factors po affecting the speed of sound. So yung speed of sound nakadepende yan on the type of material, either it is solid, liquid, or gas. Temperature, because the warmer the air, it allows sound to travel faster. And the density and elasticity of the medium. Ano po? So yung tatlong yun, ano po, yun yung mga factors that affects the speed of sound. Okay? So again, if if we will to compare sound wave kay EM wave, yung sound wave natin is mechanical wave. Ano po? Electromagnetic wave is electromagnetic wave. Sound wave needs a medium. EM wave do not need a medium. Sound wave cannot travel in a vacuum. EM wave can travel in a vacuum. Sound wave is usually longitudinal. EM waves always transverse. And note that again, yung sound natin is a mechanical wave that requires a material medium. It is usually longitudinal wave producing made of alternating compression and rarefactions where particles vibrate back and forth, but they do not move along with the wave. Sound cannot travel through a vacuum. It is fastest in solid, slower in liquids, and slowest in gases. Ano po? So yun yung tatandaan natin pagdating sa sound wave. Okay? How about the fundamental properties of sound? Kasi kanina diniscuss natin the properties of EM wave. So dito naman tayo sa properties of sound waves. Ano? Because sound waves have several important properties that determine how they travel and how we hear them. Ano? So paano ba natin naririnig nga the sound? Ano po? Speed of sound. Speed. So the speed of sound is how fast a sound wave travels through a medium. Again, sound travels at different speed depending on the material, fastest in solids, slower in liquids, slowest in gases. Bakit siya mabilis? In liquid, kasi nga po yung liquid are packed closely together. Ano po? That's how the particles of solids are made of. That's why it allows vibration to pass more quickly. The speed of sound in air at 20 degrees Celsius, kung mapapansin nyo again, laging standard temp is 20. Ano, resistivity, 20. Temperature coefficient, 20. Yung sa thermodynamics natin, 20 degree din. Ano po, standard na yan pagdating sa temperature, laging at 20 degrees Celsius. So, at 20 degrees Celsius, the speed of sound in dry air is about 343. Ano po, so yan yung binigay din ng ma'am kanina. So, the speed of sound in air, nagbabago yan with temperature, and it can be calculated using this equation where V is the speed of sound, T is the air temperature. Ano po? Next, we have frequency and pitch. So frequency, that's the number of sound wave vibration or again, that's the number of cycle produced every second. So the unit is hertz. And again, frequency determines the pitch of a sound, high frequency, high pitch, low frequency, low pitch. So yung whistle natin, 'di ba, yung mga pito, meron yung high frequency, so it sounds high pitch. Yung mga bass guitar, kung sino mang mga mahihilig sa gitara, 'di ba, iba't ibang klase ang gitara, may bass guitar. Ang bass, 'di ba, mababa lang 'yan, kaya mababa din yung frequency. Ano po, it sounds deep or low pitch, so meron siyang low frequency. So the human hearing range, ano po, most people can hear sounds between 20 to 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz. Below 20 hertz, that is infrasound na tinatawag. Ano po? So below 20 hertz, that is infrasound. So it cannot be heard. And above 20 kilohertz, that is ultrasound, and it cannot be heard. Ano? Kasi nga, again, the range of our human hearing, yung pandinig natin, is just 20 to 20,000 hertz or 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Ano po? Next, amplitude and loudness. So again, amplitude, kanina maximum displacement. So it's the maximum height of our sound wave. So it tells us how much the particles move from their resting position. Ano po? So kumbaga, the amplitude determines loudness. Okay? So the large amplitude, loud sound. Small amplitude, soft sound. Ano po? Yung loudness natin, it is measured in decibels, dB. Ano po? So yung ating bulong, yung whisper, ano po? Whisper is approximately mga 30 decibels. And then itong normal conversation, normal ko ba 'to? Normal ko naman boses 'to. Ayan. So yung normal conversation is eto 60 decibel 'to, yung boses na gan'to. Yung busy traffic, so it's about 90 decibels. And then yung mga rock na concert, ayan, yung may ingay na concert. So that's about 110 to 120 decibels. Ano po? So there is a relationship between speed, wavelength, and frequency. Like all waves, sound follows the equation of V equal to the product of lambda and F, where again V is the speed of sound, lambda is the wavelength, F is the frequency. So if the speed stays the same, so higher frequency, shorter wavelength. Lower frequency, longer wavelength. Ano po? So we have the reflection and refraction here. Reflection of sound. So it happens when sound waves hit a hard surface and bounce back. And yun yung echo na tinatawag, 'di ba? So kapag ang sound wave tumama sa hard surface and then bumalik, nag-bounce back, yun yung echo. This produces an echo. Ano po, that's why kapag tayo ay sumisigaw sa isang closed space, ano po, so nag-e-echo, nagba-bounce back yung sigaw natin, ano po. Or even empty room, 'di ba? 'Pag empty yung room, wala masyadong gamit, naririnig mo may nagba-bounce back na boses. Kapag ibang boses yun, matakot ka na. Ano, kapag hindi yung sinabi mo yung bumalik sa'yo, naku, may ibang kasama ka na diyan. Okey. So, magdasal-dasal ka na, ayan. Then refraction of sound, kanina reflection, ngayon refraction, 'di ba, bending. So it is the bending of sound waves when they move into a region kung saan nagbabago yung speed nila. Nangyayari yon, why? Because of temperature differences, density differences, and different materials. Ano po? So at night, 'di ba malamig yung hangin, cool air is near the ground while warmer air is above it. So the sound bends toward the cooler air, allowing voices or yung whistle ng train to be heard from farther away. Ano po, so refraction. So bending of sound waves when they move into a region where their speed changes, and it happens because of temperature differences, density differences, and different materials. Ano po? So pagdating sa property ng ating sound wave, ano po, speed is how fast sound travels. Frequency is the number of vibration per second. Pitch is how high or low a sound is. Amplitude is the maximum height of the sound wave. Loudness is the strength of the sound. Reflection, the sound bounces off a surface. And refraction, sound bends as as its speed changes. Ano po? So, ulitin lang ulit ng ma'am. Sound travel fastest in solids, slower in liquids, and slowest in gases. Warmer air increases the speed of sound. Ano po? Reflection produces echoes, while refraction bends sound wave as they pass through regions with different temperatures or densities. And yan yung property ng sound wave. Ano po, naiintindihan po yun, Owan? Nakakasunod? Ayan. Kung gutom na, pwede naman pong kumain. Ano po, basta makikinig. Ayan. Next po, we have the Doppler effect, where the Doppler effect is the apparent change in the frequency or pitch of a wave. Why? Because there is a relative motion between the source and the observer. Ito yung nabanggit ko sa inyo during the orientation. Ano? So, kumbaga, yung Doppler effect, if the source moves toward you, the sound becomes higher in pitch. But if the source moves away from you, the sound becomes lower in pitch. So yung Doppler effect applies to all types of wave, including sound, light, and water waves. So why does it happen? So imagine a car or imagine an ambulance, 'di ba? May siren naman 'yun. Moving toward you. So as it moves, each new sound wave is produced closer to you, 'di ba? So parang nagiging malapit na yung tunog papunta sa'yo, ano. Then the initial distance niya no ambulansya sa iyo, ano. So yung bagong sound wave na napo-produce papalapit sa'yo hanggang papalapit ng papalapit yung ambulansya sa iyo. Ano, the waves become closer together. So, ang nangyayari tumataas yung frequency. And when the car or when the ambulance moves away, yung mga bagong wave na napo-produce becomes farther away. So, the waves become farther apart. Kaya yung dating naman sa'yo humihina na. Ano, so yun yung meron tayo sa Doppler effect. Ano po, so the core mechanism of the Doppler effect revolves around how waves are compressed or stretched based on the movement. So approaching source, receding source, or source moving toward the observer and the source moving away from the observer. Okay? So again nga, kapag yung source moves toward you, nakukompress yung wave. So yung wavelength becomes shorter, the frequency becomes higher, the sound has a higher pitch. So ganun nga po yung nangyayari 'di ba sa ambulansya. Papalapit ng papalapit sa'yo, papalakas ng papalakas yung tunog. So, tumataas yung pitch ano. And kapag naman lumayo na sa'yo yung ambulansya, ano po, when the source moves away, yung wave becomes stretched out and then yung wavelength becomes longer. Therefore, the frequency becomes lower and the sound has a lower pitch. So, yun yung kapag dumaan na sa'yo yung ambulansya, ano, so bumababa na yung sound. Okay? Humihina na yung sound. So, Doppler effect formula. So, the observer frequency is calculated using the quantity of V plus minus VL over V minus plus VS times Fs, where yung FL natin, that's the observer frequency. So, what the listener hears, Fs is the actual frequency produced by the source. V is the speed of sound. VL is the speed of the listener. And Vs is the speed of the source. Ano po? So, how to choose the sign, plus or minus? So, the sign nakadepende po yan on whether the source or listener is moving toward or away from each other. So, kung yung observer natin, ito pong nasa numerator, yung VL natin, if the observer moves toward the source, that's positive. Ano? Yung observer, anong gamit natin? L. L moves toward S. And then minus kapag L moves away from the source. Yung ito ay sa VL ha, yun nasa taas natin. VS naman, positive siya if yung source natin moves away from the listener or the observer, and minus kapag it moves toward the listener or the observer. Ano? Ayan. So again, pagdating sa sign, positive, negative, nakadepende yon if the source or the listener is moving toward or away from each other. Ano po? So take note lang po ano that the actual frequency produced by the source never changes. Only the observed frequency changes because of the relative motion. So kumbaga constant yung frequency ni source. Ang nagva-vary is yung kay observer. If neither the source nor the observer is moving relative to each other, ibig sabihin there is no Doppler effect. Ano po? So again, the Doppler effect is the apparent change in frequency due to relative motion. So approaching source means higher frequency, shorter wavelength, higher pitch. Receding source means lower frequency, longer wavelength, lower pitch. The effect occurs with sound, light, and all other waves. And the common real life example is the changing sound of an ambulance o kaya naman yung sa mga police siren, ano, sirena ng mga sirena, yung sa mga police car as it passes by. Ano po? So, yun yung mga kailangan nating tandaan pagdating dito sa Doppler effect. Okay po, naintindihan yung ating Doppler effect? Ako nakain na ata ng chicken. Nag-e-SNR na ata si ano, si Hasa. Kaso hindi yan makakapag-SNR kasi tayo ay online. Mas masarap ang pagkain niyan, luto ng kanyang mama. Ayun, oh, bawa naman. Talaga naman ang mga ito, oh. Akala ko talaga kung ano yung SNR na yun, eh. Sabi ko kay Hasan, layo naman. Yung pala siomai and rice lang. Masarap ba yung siomai and rice dun sa kinakainan niyo? Kita ko kayo, nung nakaraan, sa gilid lang pala yun.
Masarap po, ma'am.
Masarap.
Hi, ma'am. Kamusta
Hello,
po kayo?
okey lang naman po,
Yung
ayan.
exam natin ay online. Take home, ang take home ang quiz.
Hoy,
Para
anong take home ang quiz? Hindi, madali lang yun.
pero di
Dali
pag i-AI, ma'am, saka less take home.
ang
Promise
dali-dali
yun,
lang.
ma'am.
Oh, sus.
Naka-phone lang, magse-send na lang po sa Google Classroom para po
Uy,
masabi kung ano, tunay. Tunay, ma'am.
hmm,
Pero hindi po kayo
maniwala.
mahirap. Opo, para
Ay,
kay
Diyos ko po.
get home.
Ay, talaga naman nagtulong-tulong yan,
Naka-focus po
magkakabarkada.
kami sa health ninyo, ma'am. Naka-focus po kami sa health niyo. Concern
Ay,
lang din.
concern lang din ako sa inyo. Ay, madali lang yun. Ma'am, ganon may nagpapa-exam ng mahirap. 'Di kadali lang ng mga exam niyo. Ano, kayo kasi, tumingin-tingin lang sa ano, sa mga paligid, nandun lang yung exam ng ma'am.
Ano paligid? Paligid daw. Yun. Tapos ano din, ang wala din sa lamesa.
Kapatid ni ano 'to, 'no, ni ano tawag dito,
Habang ang mga dormmate.
ng ka-dorm. Siya, makinig, makinig. Oh, naintindihan gayon mga ka-dormmate. Ah,
Opo.
okey. So, please like and subscribe ano, dito sa ka-dorm. So,
1.60
magagawa
sir.
5.6.
Lang pa.
Hindi ka hindi ka
Tunog.
hindi ka pa rin maka-get over dun sa constant na yun, Hasan.
7 0.11 times 10 is 27.
Ay naku, okey. Oh, siya.
Naging
Next na, oo, makinig na uli, makinig na.
sige po.
Oh, beat frequency, oh, hawak mo ang beat. Ano naman 'tong beat frequency na 'to? So, 'pag sinabi naman nating beat frequency, so it occurs when two sound waves with slightly different frequencies are played at the same time. So, instead of hearing two separate sounds, ang naririnig natin is one sound whose loudness repeatedly increases and decreases. And that repeating increase and decrease in loudness is what we called as beat. Ano po? So instead of hearing two separate sound, you hear one sound whose loudness repeatedly increases and decreases. This repeating increase and decrease in loudness is called a beat. Ano po? Why does it happen? So, when two sound waves overlap, so kapag nag-o-overlap yung dalawang sound wave, nag-i-interfere sila sa isa't isa, 'di ba? Kasi nga nag-o-overlapping na yung dalawang sound wave. So, there are two possibilities. First is the constructive interference, and then the second is the destructive interference. Ano po? So, sulat ng ma'am. So, nangyayari siya because of the constructive interference at saka destructive interference. Okay? Yung constructive interference, that is the loud sound. So, when the crest of both waves line up, they combine so that it produces a louder sound. While destructive interference, that's soft sound. So kapag yung crest ng isang wave meets the trough of another, they cancel each other. Therefore, nakapag-produce yan ng softer sound. And because the two frequencies are only slightly different, the sound continuously changes from loud to soft to loud to soft. And again, that repeating change in loudness is yung tinatawag natin na beat. Ano po? So that is beat. So the beat frequency formula, is simply the difference between the two frequencies. So kung makikita natin, so the frequency of the bit or the bit frequency is equal lang to the difference ng dalawang frequency. So napakadali lang. Ano? So again, F bit, that's the bit frequency. F1 is the first frequency, initial frequency. F2 is the second or the final frequency. The vertical bar, ano, means we need to take the absolute value. So the answer is always positive. Ano po? So kaya meron tayo diyang dalawang vertical bar. Ano po? So ibig sabihin, absolute value. So dapat yung sagot ay positive palagi. Ano po? So, kumbaga, for example, yung F1 natin is 256. Yung F2 natin is 260. So, if we will to substitute para makuha si bit frequency, that's 256 minus 260. So, since nga yan ay absolute value, hindi siya pwedeng negative for hertz. It should be positive for or just 4 hertz for the bit frequency. Ano? So, ganyan lang siya kadali. So, ibig sabihin, naririnig natin yung beat, 4 na beat every second. Ano po? So, tatandaan natin, ano po, beat frequency, it is produced when two sound waves with slightly different frequencies interfere. The sound alternates between loud and soft because of the constructive and the destructive interference. The beat frequency is the absolute difference between the two frequencies, F1 minus F2. So yung beat are commonly used for tuning musical instruments and comparing frequencies accurately. Ano po? So that is beat frequency. Next, sound intensity. Okay? Sound intensity naman po, that is the amount of sound energy passing through a certain area every second. Or sa madalit salita, it tells us how strong or powerful a sound wave is. Intensity. Ano, so gaano kalakas, gaano ka-powerful ang isang sound wave. Unlike loudness, na nakadepende on how our ears perceive sound, sound intensity is an objective physical quantity that can be measured. Ano po? And the sound intensity is calculated by dividing the sound power by the area through which the sound spreads. Ano? So we have P over A, where P is the acoustic power or the sound power, and A is the area through which the sound spread in square meter. That is why the sound intensity is in watt per square meter. Ano po? So, ibig sabihin, the greater the power, the greater the intensity. So, if a speaker produces more power, the sound intensity increases. Ano? The greater the power, the greater the intensity. But the larger the area, the smaller the intensity. So as the sound spread, ano, farther away from its source, it covers a larger area. And since the same sound energy is spread over a larger area, mababawasan yung intensity. That is why sounds become quieter as you move farther away. Kasi kung makikita natin sa ating equation, yung ating sound intensity is directly proportional to the power and it is inversely proportional to the area. So the larger the area, the smaller the intensity. Ano po? So again, if we will to compare intensity versus loudness, although they are related, intensity and loudness are different kasi nga sound intensity is a physical quantity but loudness is what we perceived, 'di ba? It can be measured yung sound intensity and loudness nakadepende yan kay listener. Yung sound intensity is measured in watt per square meter and loudness often described using decibels. Sound intensity is just the same for everyone, but loudness may vary from one person to another. Ano po? So that is sound intensity. And there are factors affecting sound intensity. So nakadepende siya again sa power ng sound source at sa distance from the source. Ano po? Sound intensity level. While sound intensity measures the actual amount of sound energy, the SIL or the sound intensity level tells us how loud a sound is compared to the faintest sound a human can hear. Ano? So because nga po the human ear can hear sounds ranging from very soft to extremely loud, scientists use a logarithmic scale called the decibel instead of using very large or very small intensity values. So the sound intensity level is calculated using beta, beta equal to 10 log of 10 times I over IO. Ano po? Where beta, that's the sound intensity level in decibel, I is the sound intensity in watt per square meter, and I sub O is the reference intensity or it's the threshold of hearing. Ano po? Where the standard reference intensity, I sub O, is 10 raised to negative 12 watt per square meter. So please take note of this. Ano po? So that's the quietest sound that a healthy human ear can detect. Ano po? So bakit decibel yung ginagamit natin? So the human ear can detect sounds from 0.0000000 or yun nga 10 times 10 raised to negative 12 watt per square meter to 1 watt per square meter or more. So instead of writing many zeros, we use decibels dB, which makes the number much easier to work with. Ano po? So kasi nga sobrang dami nito, -12 ba naman, ano po. So instead of writing again too many zeros, di decibel na lang po yung ginamit, okay. So important facts that we need to remember is that 'pag sinabi nating 0 decibel, hindi naman ibig sabihin nun there is no sound. Ano po, it means lang that the sound is at the minimum level a healthy person can hear. And every increase of 10 decibels means the sound intensity becomes 10 times greater. Ano po? So, again, SIL, sound intensity level, compares a sound's intensity with the threshold of hearing. It is measured in decibels. This is the formula, take note. And then the reference intensity is this. So the decibel scale is logarithmic, making it convenient for expressing the very wide range of sound intensities that human can hear. Ano po? Then we have this. Ayan. So it's a decibel scale. So the decibel scale, ginagamit natin yan to describe how loud a sound is. So nakabase siya on the sound intensity level, which compares the intensity of a sound to the quietest sound the human can hear. So makikita natin as the decibel value increases, the sound becomes louder and carries more energy. So 0 decibel, that's the threshold of hearing. That's the quietest sound a healthy human can hear. 10 decibel, ang ano na niya ay parang yung mga rustling leaves. Ano po, so it's very quiet and barely noticeable. 20 decibel sabi nga naman kanina yun yung mga bulong natin, it's the soft speech in a quiet room. Sa quiet library, 30 decibel yun ano, yung mga bird chirping or bird calls. So that's 40 decibel up to 140 decibel and above. Yun yung mga fireworks, gunshot, where it can cause immediate and permanent hearing damage na sa tao. Ano po? So, again, yung ating decibel scale, it's logarithmic, it's not linear. Ano po? So, yung safe sound ranges from 0 to 70. So, yan pa yung mga safe sound. These sounds are generally safe for long periods. Okay? So, so 80 to 90, ito na yung if may long exposure tayo, may begin to affect our hearing na. Ano po, so yung mga heavy traffic, mower. So yun na yung mga medyo kailangan na natin masyadong mag-ingat. And then 100 to 120, yun na yung mga dangerous na siya ano, na level. Can damage hearing na after only a short time. And then this one, ano po, this 2, yan na yung extremely dangerous that can cause immediate hearing damage. Ano po? So again, the decibel, it measures sound intensity level. Okay? And because nga po the decibel scale is logarithmic, even a small increase in decibel represents a large increase in sound intensity. Okay po? So that is sound. And then let's have an example. Let's have two examples and then bukas na ulit. Ano po? Okay. So we have two trains, A and B, are moving towards each other with a speed of 432 kilometer per hour. If the frequency of the whistle emitted by A is 800 hertz, then what is the apparent frequency of the whistle heard by the passenger sitting in train B, where the velocity of sound in air is 360 meter per second? Anong gagawin natin dito? So for us to find the apparent frequency heard by the passenger, we need to use the Doppler effect formula for sound. Ano po? When both the source of the sound and the observer are moving towards each other. So, ibig sabihin yung apparent frequency increases. Ano? So, sabi nga natin kanina, yung formula natin, we have FL is equal to V plus minus VL over V plus minus VS times Fs. Ano po? So, yan yung gagamitin natin, the Doppler effect. Okay? So, lagay natin given. So, may given tayo na. Anong given natin? Meron tayong speed. Ayan. Speed of train A and train B is 432 kilometer per hour. So, ibig sabihin, kasi two trains are moving toward each other with the speed. So, same speed. Ano? Same speed. So, VL is equal to VS, which is equal to 432 kph. Ayan. Then, we have the frequency emitted by A So if the frequency of the whistle emitted by A is 800 hertz, then what is the apparent frequency of the whistle heard by the passenger sitting in train B, where the velocity of sound in air is 360? So ibig sabihin, meron tayong Fs equal to 800 hertz. Meron tayong VL, tama? Meron tayong VL, which is 360. V, sorry, it's V. So tama, it's V. So that's 360 meter per second. Ayan. So tama ba? We have 432. That's the speed of both train A and B. We have Fs, and then we have the velocity of sound in air, which is 360. So that's this V. So tama. Ayan. Okay. But take note that yung ating speed ng train ay naka-kilometer per hour. Ang kailangan natin ay meter per second. So, convert natin siya. Ano? So, for 132, lagay muna natin required is FL. So, solution. Ito na lang po. So, solution. VL, which is equal to VS, is 432 kph, kilometer per hour. So, kailangan natin ng second. So, ibig sabihin, 1 hour is 3.6 second. Tama ba? And then, meter to kilometer. So, meter sa taas, ano? So, 1,000 meter, 1 kilometer. Kindly check naman po. Tama ba? Tama naman po. Ayan, thank you. Kasi mali ang ma'am. So, pasuyo ako. Ano yung ating magiging VLNVS in meter per second? 120. Thank you po. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, this is 120 meter per second. So, okay na tayo. Sub L, so that is equal to, okay, that's V. That's V, 360 plus minus VL. Sige nga, pa-analyze nga. Plus po. Yung iba, ano kaya? Is it positive, negative? So, plus din. So the answer is plus. Ano po? Kasi the observer is moving towards the source. So i-a-add natin yung ating nasa numerator. So plus 120 over 360 plus minus. Minus po. Kasi nga it moves toward the observer. The source is moving toward the subs sa observer. Kasi based naman dun sa ating problem, moving towards each other. Ano po? So minus 120. Ayan. And then Fs. So meron tayong 800 hertz. Dito maka-cancel lang naman yung meter per second natin. So cancel lang naman yan. So therefore, yung F sub L natin is equal to 1,600, ah, tama, 1,600 hertz. Nasundan po yung problem 4. So basahin ng maigi yung problem. Ano? So sabi naman diyan, train A and B moving toward each other. They move toward each other. Okay? So therefore, positive tayo sa numerator, negative tayo sa denominator. Okay po tayo kay problem 4. So that proceed tayo kay problem 5 and then we'll continue na lang po tomorrow yung iba pa. So here we have an observer at rest near the source of the sound, heard a frequency of 684 hertz. Another source of the sound, ano daw, of 676 hertz, moving toward the observer at 2 meter per second. If the speed of the sound waves in air is 340 meter per second, then what is the bit frequency heard by the observer? So, bit frequency yung hinahanap natin. So, to find the bit frequency heard by the observer, we need to determine the apparent frequencies, 'di ba, of both sound sources as perceived by the stationary observer. So, stationary at rest lang yung observer. Ano, may isang source na may 684 hertz, may isa pang source, dalawa yung source of sound na 676 hertz naman, which is moving toward, yung second source is moving toward the observer. Ano po? So, kailangan nating kunin the apparent frequencies of both sound sources as perceived by the stationary observer. And the bit frequency is the, again, absolute difference between the two perceived frequencies. Ano po? So, given. So, meron tayong f sub 1, which is equal to 684 hertz. So, since the observer is at rest near it, this is the frequency they hear. Ano po? And then, the emitted frequency of the second source, f sub 2, is 676 hertz. So there is this velocity of the second source, which is 2 meter per second, moving towards the observer. Ano? And then the speed of sound is 340 meter per second, while ano yung velocity ng observer? Anong velocity ng observer? Zero po. Zero dahil at rest. Very good. So yung observer, meron siyang 0 meter per second. Okay? Okay. So kunin natin the apparent frequency of the second source. Because the second source nga is moving toward the stationary observer, the sound waves compressed and the observer will hear a higher pitch. Therefore, we will calculate this using the Doppler effect for a moving source. Ano? We're, sorry po, hindi natin nilagay yung required bit frequency. So again, gagamit tayo ng Doppler effect. Ano? Where we will to determine the apparent frequency ng second. So, hindi ito yung gagamitin natin para makuha yung bit frequency. Ano, hindi siya 684 minus 676. Ano po? So, hindi siya yon. Okay. So, kukunin natin siya using Doppler effect. Where prime, F2 prime, kasi may F sub 2 na tayo. So, F sub 2 prime, that is equal to V plus minus VL over V plus minus Vs times F sub 2. Ano, yun yung Fs natin ng source, 'di ba? So since nga yung VL natin is 0, we can just rewrite this by V, ano, over V plus minus Vs. Okay? But since nga alam naman natin that the second source is moving toward, minus na natin. Ano po? So that substitute natin, meron tayong 340 meter per second over 340 meter per second minus 2 meter per second. So, mga-cancelled lang naman yan times 676 hertz. So, ano yung F sub 2 prime natin? So, 680 hertz. So, that F bit is equal to the absolute difference of F sub 1 minus F sub 2 prime, where it is equal to 684 minus 680. So, ibig sabihin, the bit frequency is 4 hertz. Ayan. So, hindi porke bit frequency yung hinahanap natin, magda-direct substitution tayo kay absolute difference ni F1 minus F2, ano. So, we must to count kung ano yung sinasabi ng problem na yung second source kasi is moving. Ano, basta moving yung source, magdo-Doppler effect tayo. Ano po, and that is our problem number 5. Questions po? Any questions po? Wala naman po. So, 'yan lang po muna tayo for today. And then ipagpapaalam ko pa po sa Ma'am Rona ano, itong ating module para ma-post ko sa ating Google Classroom. Ano po, ayan. So 'yan, sige 'yan muna tayo for today. So bukas po ulit, so online naman tayo ulit bukas ano, kasi hindi pa nga makakapasok ang ma'am. And then continue na lang natin by tomorrow, ano po yung discussion natin. So thank you everyone for your time. You can have your lunch